What's going on, guys? Once again, this video is sponsored by skins.cash, which is, in my opinion, the best way to get cash for your skins without having to deal with sketchy people on Steam who are trying to scam you out of your money. You pick your skin, you pick which way you want to cash out to, and it is super lightning fast. They sent me the money for this skin in this example in under like 5 minutes, so make sure you guys are checking that out if you want to cash out or if you just want to get rid of some skins. I've actually used it quite a bit in the past to get some quick cash, so make sure you guys check it out in the link below if you're interested and want to try it out. On into the rest of the video. Hey guys, Cruxal. Today we're talking about warm-ups. I get a lot of questions and comments talking about the various forms of warm-up. You know, why is it not paying off? Why do I feel like I'm not improving? We're going to go over a few topics today. So first up, I want to go over what I think is the biggest issue, and I think that's being honest with yourself. A lot of people say, oh my god, I warm up for 2 hours a day, you know, every day, and I'm only silver 4 still, and I'm not getting out of silver, or I'm not getting out of Nova. First off, that's horseshit, because if you're warming up for 2 hours a day, every day, there's no way you're not like truly insane at the game, because that's a lot of time to be warming up. That's as long as some play periods I have. So be honest with yourself. If you guys are only like joining servers or joining a deathmatch maybe once a week, that's not really consistent warming up. And Counter-Strike is just like any other life skill. You don't go to work out at the gym, you know, once a week and expect insane gains. It just doesn't work that way. You have to be dedicated, and you have to try to follow a regimen, or at least, you know, every time you start playing, say, hey, if I'm playing for 2 hours, I'm going to warm up for at least 15 minutes in the beginning here. So make sure you guys are actually being honest with yourselves and kind of look in the mirror and say, hey, I'm not putting my all into this right now, into these warm-ups, and that's the reason they're not paying off. The second topic I want to go over is consistency, and a lot of you guys, I feel, will not realize that warm-ups are almost like, again, I'm going to draw similarities to the gym. When you go to the gym, you have a leg day, you have an arms day, shoulder, back. You're targeting these different areas that you're wanting to train, and I see Counter-Strike as being a lot of the same thing. So if you are trying to just practice on one form of warm-up, if that works for you, that's cool, but sometimes that can get monotonous and boring, honestly, and you guys aren't going to stick to it. So what I would suggest is switch it up. You know, every day when I hop on and I have time to do a warm-up, and I'm actually taking the game seriously, I'll think, okay, what do I want to train? Do I want to do pistol DMs? I've gone over countless times how many different warm-up forms there are, so I'm not going to be repetitive in this video. I'm just going to talk about them. But if you wanted to train your pistol aim, you can hop into a pistol DM. You know, if you want to do your normal aim, you can hop in a deathmatch. And what I will say a lot about warm-ups, a lot of you guys stick to just the Valve playlist, which is weird to me. Like, no one should warm up in casual. That's a shit game mode. Just stay the fuck away from it unless you're literally just trying to play mindlessly. It's not going to help you improve. And I would say even Valve's deathmatch isn't that good, because especially if it's a lower lobby with not many people, you're only able to shoot at the enemy, and your bang for the buck when practicing in this mode is not going to be the best, because as you can see in the footage here, I have nobody in this server, and it takes me like 30 seconds to find someone, whereas if you're in a free-for-all server, everyone is a target, everyone's trying to shoot you as well. So every time you die, you know, you're respawning and you're instantly getting another battle. Same with 1v1s, you die and you're instantly in another 1v1. So I would stick with those modes. I've made a video on the community browser. If you don't know how to use it, definitely utilize that for your warm-ups, guys, because it's going to allow you to do a wider range of warm-ups. You can do stuff for movement as well. I've gone over those game modes, and it's going to help you guys stay more excited to be warming up before each play session, and it's going to help you cover more areas, so you're not just training your arms, you're not just training your back, to allude to the gym thing again. So make sure you guys are trying to target different areas of your warm-up. And the last major thing I wanted to go over is, a lot of people say, hey, I've been warming up, and in my warm-up, when I'm doing these duels or these 1v1s, or I'm in a deathmatch, my aim is insane and I'm hitting shots like no other, and then when I'm in matchmaking, I whiff, or it just seems like all that has gone out the window. So my response to that is, you really have to take into account the fact that when you're warming up, you're most likely listening to music, chilling out, probably JDM style, fully lounging or something like that, and you're really not too focused. You're just playing around, because you know when you die, you're going to instantly respawn if you're in a 1v1 or deathmatch, and you're going to have another chance to do engagements, and there's really no impact on death, and you're just really just practicing your aim. Whereas in matchmaking, you have to realize that there is so much information that your brain's trying to take in and maintain and process in any given situation, that it really adds a lot of stress, and your mechanical aim is kind of pushed to the side. While you're listening for footsteps, you're wondering where your teammates are, where the enemy is. You're just focused on so much data coming at you at one point that it's really hard to keep track, and that can definitely throw you off. At the same time too, you're probably putting a lot more pressure on your aim at that point, and it could even be the same. It's just maybe you just have bad aim overall and you're still trying to train it, but you realize that every time you die or you miss a firefight, that puts your team at a disadvantage that can in the end result in you losing the round or even losing the game. So I'm sure the stress has a lot to add to it. So don't be too down on yourself when you're in matchmaking. Your mechanical aim will grow over time, but just know that when you're in a normal deathmatch, you're more relaxed and you're going to be able to hit better shots most likely. And lastly, the main thing I want to tell you guys, which I've said earlier in the video and I want to repeat, it takes time to build your aim up. Ask anyone who's good at aiming, not me because I'm still trash at it, that it does not come overnight unless you come from another first-person shooter, or a lot of you guys, if this is your first-person shooter on PC, keyboard and mouse, it's going to take that time, guys. So really put in the effort. Don't overdo it as well. Make it fun. Keep it unique. unique so that you don't get bored of it, and you guys should be on the right track. Hopefully this helped you guys out with kind of the mindset, and you guys stop having those issues and stop being so hard on yourself when you're in game, because it does take time. Thanks for watching.